Okay, now. Hello, Dr. Wada. Hello, anyone on YouTube watching this. Today we are going to talk about opioid dependency. Now, opioid dependency is when a person develops a dependency or an addiction to a class of drugs called opioids. There are two classes of opioids. There's legal ones and illegal ones. Legal ones are prescription pain medications like Vicodin or morphine from the hospital or oxycodone that you take for pain. Illegal drugs are things like heroin and cocaine and anything laced with fentanyl. They make opioid by distilling the drug out from the poppy flower. That's where you get opium from. Anyway, this is a big problem in the United States. It has been since the 90s, but it's such a big, wide-ranging problem actually that it affects every age demographic, every age. Like it's a problem. Every social economic status. It affects us all, and it is in a very negative way. Because how it works, right, is there's two things opioids are known for. They're known for dulling your pain, and they're known for making you feel good. And it's the making you feel good part that fuels its addictive qualities. Because what it does is when you take an opioid, it releases signals to the brain to produce this neurotransmitter called dopamine that makes you feel good. But what happens is it creates too much, so your brain can't handle it, and what ends up happening is the brain over repeated usage, it trims away the areas of the brain you need to process that dopamine. So what ends up happening is you need to take more and more of it in order to feel the same high. And eventually, if and when you do become dependent on it, what usually happens is you go from people will get an opioid prescribed to them for their pain, and then they'll take it until it runs out and develop a dependency. And because they can't go back to the doctor to get more, and because pharmaceuticals are so expensive, they'll turn to street drugs, usually heroin. And the more you shoot up heroin into your veins, the smaller, more withered away they get, and then over time, as your addiction continues, your entire body starts to shut down. Really, you can get hepatitis from shooting up. Your lungs shrivel away. Your heart beats slower. Your mind goes slower rather. It's just all bad. And this happens to all age groups and all demographics. Specifically, though, we're finding that it's middle-aged people between the ages of 45 and 54 who are dying from it, because that's about the age range that you first really get bad chronic pain and you want something for it. So a big thing is to go to your doctor and see if you have this chronic pain to not take chemicals for it, to ask for massage or acupuncture or meditation, whatever you can do to ease your pain that doesn't have to do with chemicals. So these chemicals are very addictive. And let's see. I think that's about it. Let me show you. Wait, before I forget. Treatment. You can treat it with Narcan if you overdose on it. The one thing that can save you is Narcan. But it can only save you if it's administered right after you overdose. And if it's after a period of time, it's just not gonna work. But for treatment, it's usually the only thing we really know that works is taking Narcan to reverse the effects of what you're having to your brain chemistry, and then in conjunction with cognitive behavioral therapy to kind of walk people through what happened, how they got addicted, and what steps they can go through to solve it. But anyway, let me show you a bit more in depth. I painted these pills, and that's this man who's going through withdrawal, and it screws you up. It really does. It's just awful. And then here's my words, kind of neat, yeah, but I can I'll touch it up later. And then here's my flip-flops. Just do your brain. As you can see, normally you have just normal you do normal endorphins, but then when you're taking opioids, there's a shit ton of them in there, and it just overwhelms your system, and it's bad. And then how can it affect your body? This is what Vicodin can do to you. It goes in and out. It goes in really quick. It goes out for really quick. It can really screw you up. And treatment options: how many die a year? This little graph, as you can see, 45 to 54 is the most, with about 11,000. Let's see. Yeah, so 1,100,000 deaths in 2014, as of 2014. And then this is the cycle of addiction, because addictions are very, very hard to do, hard to break, because your brain gets into a pattern and it doesn't want to get in, it doesn't get out of them very easily. Anyways, that's my project. I hope you enjoy. My name's Eddie. Have a nice night. Good night.